Demon FM 107.5. 107.5.
Hello and welcome back to the boxing ding-dang that is DSU Elections, Demon FM's coverage 2013. We are live from Montfort Students' Union Level 1. We're now going to begin the debates with the candidates running for the position of Vice President Media and Communications. I'm going to introduce them very quickly. One candidate hasn't shown up, that's Alia Al-Hirsi is not here, so we're going to introduce Mark Lyle.
Hello.
And Alice Wilson, both running for VP Media and Comms. Say hello, Alice.
Hi.
Fantastic. Now, I do apologise, I haven't eaten my lunch, and it is lunchtime, so if my belly starts rumbling, that is why. You're going to hear it over the radio waves of Leicester. Each candidate will be allowed 1 minute to answer each question. After this minute is up, you will be stopped. You can't talk after that. We'll turn your microphones out and kick you out. If you want to debate a candidate's answer, raise your hand. You'll be given 30 seconds to ask your question and 30 seconds for the candidate to answer it. Firstly, we're going to Mark. The SRA conference is going to raise the profile of Demon Media. How are you going to continue boosting the positive image following the event?
Well, the SRA conference is a great thing. Keeping on boosting the quality and just the production value of FM is going to be a great thing. I think with the SRA conference, it's going to give us a lot of exposure to the rest of the Student Radio Association. So that means every student radio station across the country, along with national stations. So I think it's a pretty much clear decision to keep producing quality content, so then the professionals can see how good we are, and then we can keep going from there.
Okay, thank you. The same question to you, Alice. The SRA conference is going to raise the profile of Demon Media. How are you going to continue boosting the positive image following the event?
Yeah, it's important for professionals to know how brilliant DMFM is. It gets bigger and bigger every year, and the SRA conference can't do anything other than make it even bigger and continue making good quality radio. I think it's also a good thing for other media strands to be able to help out as well and get involved and to boost their profiles as well.
Thank you very much. The second question, we're going to Alice first with this one. How are you going to make sure that DSU's communication and PR is consistent?
Well, I already have quite a lot of experience in that because I do journalism as my course, we do PR as a module, and for my work experience in the summer, I spent 6 months at the Sun, and I worked very closely with PR people there. And it's important to create a good image for the SU and Demon Media through PR and communicating with the students and getting out what other exec positions, as well as my own, want the students to know about.
Okay, thank you. And Mark, the same question. How are you going to make sure that the Demon... That's the wrong question. How are you going to make sure that DSU's communication and PR is consistent?
I think to continue to follow on from what you've done this year yourself, I'm going to look at how the execs have communicated in the past and how they've represented your union, and then clearly and very definitively look at how we can reassess that and then look forward to being a bit more clearer, maybe, depending on what's been said in the past.
Okay, thank you. If anyone is in level 1 and wants to post a question to the candidates, raise your hand. Someone will come over to you. We'll give you a microphone, and you can answer the question live on 107.5 Demon FM. This is the Elections Broadcast 2013. The final question, I'm going to Mark first. How are you going to make sure that the Demon Media website is created and maintained sufficiently?
Get a good team behind it, I'd say. I know we've already hired quite a few frontrunners for it, and online is a huge part of Demon Media in all the strands. For TV, it's their main platform. For FM, it's the secondary platform. For the paper, it's just about to come. So keeping the quality control up of it is going to be a big task. And weekly meetings, monthly meetings, and making sure that the team wants to put on there what they can. I think that's the main kind of goal that I'm going for, just to make sure it's updated regularly.
Thank you. And the same question to you, Alice. Do remember, if either of you want to debate at any point, just raise your hand. How are you going to make sure that the Demon Media website is created and maintained sufficiently?
Yeah, definitely. To get a good team behind it is really important. And to make it accessible as well through social media and for people to know how to access it. It's the way forward. The internet is what everybody's using. I don't know anybody that doesn't have either Facebook or Twitter. So to be able to use the Demon Media website and promote it through social media with having a good team behind it with your front runners. Like Mark was saying, we've already had for the paper people appointed in the different editor positions to work alongside the paper positions and just to complement each other.
Thank you very much. If there are any questions from the floor, make sure you raise your hand and we'll come over and ask them. The next section of this debate is going to focus on your main manifesto points. We're going to ask you questions based on your manifesto. As I said at the beginning, one of the candidates isn't present, so we're going to start off with, once I've turned my page over, Mark Lyle. Mark, you say in your manifesto that you will help students build contacts for their future media careers. How do you plan on helping 23,000 students with this?
Well, it's a big task, and you can't get all 23,000 students careers. No matter what you do, it's not going to happen. But for my speciality, which is media, coming from Demon FM and a media course such as radio production, we have guest lectures organised by our lecturers, and those are amazing. We've had people from the BBC, Kerrang Radio, we've got someone coming in that did all the soundscaping for the Star Wars movies, and I think making it clear that those sorts of lectures and networking events are not just for people on those courses, they're for everyone at the university, including alumni. So third years that are about to leave, I want to put on more events like that, maybe cater to some that are for different courses like game art, get someone down from Crytek and those big AAA companies to come down and talk to the students. And I think that's where I'm going to do it. I'm going to give people opportunities that they might not know about now. Thanks.
Okay, over to you, Alice. You said in your manifesto that you will use the SRA conference to promote Demon FM. Demon FM expands year on year. Hosting the conference this year gives a fantastic opportunity to build a portfolio demonstrating the obvious abilities of its members and achieve the accolades deserved, not only with the SRA, but the Community Media Association. The conference is just under 7 weeks away. How have you been involved with the planning thus far? Need a microphone.
Well, I attended the meeting a couple of weeks ago where positions were given out. I'm going to be included in the logistics part of it, so getting the delegates from A to B, make sure that they're catered for while they're here. I work on the help desk in the student union, so as you come in, it's me that deals with all your queries. And through that, I've had a big role in the administration side of it. Tom, the exec at the moment, I've typed up his minutes and emailed different contacts, so I've had quite a big involvement so far already.
Okay, thank you. That's pretty much it from us. Have we got any questions from the audience? Any candidates or anyone out there want to ask a question of the candidates for Vice President Media and Communications? Mr. Chris Smith, I believe that is. Coming over to you. Wait there. Just to remind you all that we are live on 107.5 Demon FM. Offensive language will not be tolerated.
Okay, Tom. I just want to know what involvement each candidate has had with each strand of Demon Media in the past.
Okay, we're going to go to Alice with that question first. What involvement has each candidate had with each strand, i.e. paper, FM and TV, in the past?
Mostly my background is in the paper. I've done that since Freshers Week, where I was a contributor in the first year. I then I've worked my way up. Second year, for the netball team, I was media officer, and I worked very closely with all three strands, make sure our results were given to the appropriate people to be read out on air or what have you. And then this year, I'm features editor, and I'm also one half of Demon Girls, so your lovely Hottie and Tottie section. That's me that writes that.
Time. Okay, and the same question for Mark.
Yeah, I've been involved a lot in the strands over the past 3 years, mainly in radio. I'm now on management, started off as a presenter. I've done a bit with Demon TV. I organised an event, a stage at Oxjam Music Takeover, where I got Demon TV and FM to come down and film the whole thing and OB it live like we're doing now. With the paper, I've worked with the music team quite a bit. I've got a lot of contacts locally with the music scene because I do live music for Demon FM. We've produced some amazing content over the past years. And from that, I've got interviews and let the team go into gigs.
Okay, thank you. Question from me. Obviously, the Vice President Media and Communications is, without doubt, the best-looking, funniest person in the exec team. Do you plan to continue that, should you be elected?
Absolutely.
And Mark?
Of course, I'm Northern.
Okay. Thank you very much to the candidates. Have we got any more questions out there that you want to put to the Vice President Media and Communication candidates? Okay, the guy in the green top, whose name is Pete.
I'm looking to involve Demon TV with the uni somewhat more than it is already. Like, we have the Bodge Day at the start of the year, but that's just one thing. How would you continue this throughout the entire year with the uni?
Okay. that question. How are you planning? I think what you're trying to ask there, Pete, is how do you plan to create a synergy between Demon TV and perhaps the courses that are related to TV and media production? How would you plan to do that? Who did we go to first last time? It was Alice, I believe, so over to Mark first.
Yeah, my plan for that, just off the top of my head, would be to do maybe promos for the courses and the uni in turn. So let's go to, say, a fashion design course and say, let's put on a little catwalk for you guys and we'll film it and do some awesome promo for your course and your portfolios, and do that for all the courses, as many as we can do, because Demon TV have got some great people and we need to get them out there.
Our time. And Alice, the same question to you. How do you plan to create a synergy with the degrees in terms of Demon TV and the modules that cover TV production and media production?
I think it's important that connections are made with the different courses as well as TV and production. I think things like business and things, you'll be surprised how many people on these courses actually would like to get involved but don't know how. So I think it's important to have taster sessions and people know easier to access the TV and to be able to get involved easier by taster sessions.
Okay, thank you very much. We've got time for one more very quick question. Is there one more question in the audience that we've got? Mark would like to debate a point. Mark, what's your point? You've got 30 seconds to raise it.
Alice, in your manifesto, you mentioned DMU TV. I don't know whether you can clarify running at the Demon Media strands when you can't really get the name right. Is that a point you'd like to talk about?
Alice, you've got 30 seconds to answer that.
Well, all I can do is apologise for that and just obviously make it aware that it's Demon TV and not DMU TV.
Fair enough.
Okay, any more questions? I think we've got time for one very quick question. No, okay, that's absolutely fine. Thank you very much to the VP Media and Comms candidates. After this, we're going to be coming back with... activities, student activities. And the next song we're going to be playing is Taylor Swift, I Knew You Were in Trouble.
Once upon a time